Hello everybody, my name is Highfly and welcome to my ultimate magic guide for old school RuneScape. In this guide I'm going to be going through a lot of things in depth to do with magic, including the spells you want to cast, where you want to cast them, the levels you need to each spell, XP per hour, etc, etc, as well as stuff you're going to need and quests. So without further ado, let's get started. Now, the first thing I want to talk to you guys about today is quests, because when people train skills in RuneScape they kind of overlook quests, and I think that's wrong. So what I've done for you guys is I've created this table of all the quests that give you magic XP, and also the level needed. So you can see Witch's Potion, Imp Catcher, Fairy Tale Part 1, Horror from the Deep, and the Grand Tree only require level 1. Even more, they'll give you about 9k XP if you do all of those quests, which will give you level 25 magic, without needing to do any spells. If you do the Watchtower quests ahead of that as well, that'll get you up to level 35. So I really do recommend doing some quests if you have the levels, the requirements, because it's a much quicker and efficient way to get your magic up. Okay, let's start off with the method that gives you a lot of quick experience but costs a lot of money. From levels 1 to 3 you want to be casting Windstrike on the chickens in Lumbridge. As you can see in the map, you can teleport to Lumbridge using your home teleport spell, and follow the route that I've given you to the chicken cage, or whatever it is, the farm, let's call it the farm. For this you're going to need a Staff of Air and 32 Mind Runes. Once you're at the chicken cage, just auto spell your airstrike and kill these goddamn chickens. Now this will take a matter of minutes to get to level 3. Stole my chicken. It will literally take you 5 or 10 minutes, so it'll be really quick. On the Zamorak Monk in Varrock Castle. For this you're going to need a Staff of Water and a Staff of Earth, 268 Water Runes, 343 Earth Runes, and 351 Body Runes. From Varrock Centre, simply head north towards the castle through these pretty little garden things, and you want to get your spell ready. From level 3 to 11 you're going to be casting Confuse on this evil monk underneath the staircase. See, there's a guy already here, but you're just going to be casting it on the monk. Then at levels 11 you're going to be casting Weaken, and then at level 19 you're going to be casting Curse. Do that till you get to level 25. Okay, this is where it's going to start getting a little bit expensive. From levels 25 to 55 you're going to be doing teleports. You're going to be doing Varrock teleport from level 25 to 37, Palador from 37 to 45, and Camelot from 45 to 55. For this you're going to need a Staff of Air, 3,166 Law Runes, 561 Fire Runes, and 710 Water Runes. So it's all pretty simple. You click Varrock, teleport to Varrock. Who'd have thought it? Palador, teleports you to Palador. And Camelot, to teleport you to Camelot. It will teleport you outside of the Camelot Castle, right here. Okay, after about 3 hours of teleports, maybe 4, you'll reach level 55. Then, to level 80, you want to cast High Level Alchemy. For this, you're going to need a Staff of Fire, 28k Nature Runes, more or less, and items that are good for alching. Now, you want to alch items that will give you either a really low loss, or some items can give you a profit. However, those items be like Rune Plate Legs, which are like 50k each or something. So you want to, alch some items that maybe cost 200 GP each and will give you like a 2 GP loss. And, here I recommend Emerald Necklace, Steel Plate Body, and Sapphire Ring. They may not be the best item to alch at the moment in game. To find that, actually, there's a website that I found, and I'll put that down in the description for you, where it calculates the loss, including the price of the nature runes, so I'd really recommend trying that. You can alch wherever you like. I like Varrock because it's so convenient for buying all your goods and your needs. And your XP per hour will be 70 to 80k depending on your attention span and how fast you can click. Now, there are 2 possible ways to get to 99 from level 80. The first possible way is to cast Stun on a skeleton at the Wilderness Ditch just north of Edgeville. Now this is another option to the Zamorak Monk who you can find in Varrock Castle. For this you're going to need a Mud Staff or a Mud Battle Staff, and I do recommend using a Mud Staff because otherwise you'd have to use up 12 Water and Earth Runes per cast, which will cost you a lot of money. You're also going to need 122,000, about 123k Soul Runes, and a negative 65 magic attack bonus. Now the reason for this is that if your magic attack bonus is above that, you'll actually hit the skeleton, like you'll hit a 1 on it, and that will gradually kill it, reducing your XP per hour. So just wear like metal armor such as Rune. This cast will give you 90 XP per cast, and If you're a good clicker, you've got a good attention span, it will get you about 100k XP per hour. Now this is the Warding the Stitch just north of Edgel, and you'll notice that my magic attack bonus is negative 65. Now obviously I don't have the staff equipped, but you can wear things like metal boots and gloves, and that will bring the magic attack bonus down. I just don't have those items. I also don't have the level required in 2007 full stun, but it's completely the same concept as Confuse, Beacon, and Curse. Just cast it on the stupid skeleton who will try and attack you even though there's a ditch in the way. And if you click it fast, you'll get lots of nice XP per hour. And you can line it up, you can adjust your camera so it's closer to the skeleton, that will also help. There's also another method called stun alching, which is when as soon as you cast stun on the skeleton, you quickly alch an item. You align the alching spell with the item you're going to alch in your inventory. So as soon as your stun has left your staff, you alch an item, and then that reduces the time wasted, and as soon as you've finished alching, you're ready to cast another stun. And that will get you about 150k to 200k XP per hour, so that's a lot more, but it does require more concentration and more clicking. And because I'm a bit of a lazy person, I can't really do that, so I just go the easy and slow way. Now the second method, level 99, requires level 86. So you can stun or alch or do whatever you like to get to level 86. Once you're there, you're going to be casting Plank Make. Now this is a lunar spell, and to cast lunar spells you're going to need the lunar spellbook, which requires the lunar diplomacy quest. To get to 99 you're going to need just under 105k mahogany logs, 1 nature rune per log, 2 astral runes per log, and 1050 GP per log. Now I know what you're thinking, oh my god, that's a lot of money. Yes, it is a lot of money per cast, but you're going to be making mahogany planks. Now these will usually sell for like a 10 GP profit per log. So if you think about that in the long run, you're going to be making 105k logs, planks, and times that by a 10 GP profit per plank, and you're going to be making quite a decent bit of money. It just requires a lot of money to begin with. And this will get you about 150k XP per hour. You can do about 1,800 casts per hour, including banking. So if you're that fast, it's going to be really good XP per hour and will make you quite a bit of money. Okay, this part of the guide is going to show you how to get to level 99, which is going to take you longer, but will save you quite a bit of money. Now, from levels 1 to 13, you're going to be casting Wind Strike. Now, this is the same location as the high money guide earlier in the video. So, just at the chickens and the cows in Lumbridge, like I showed you earlier. For this, you're going to need a Staff of Air and 334 Mind Runes. Level 13 to 43, you're going to be casting Fire Strike. Now, I know what you're thinking. Fire Strike? At level 35, shouldn't I be casting Firebolt? And no, I don't like to cast Firebolt at level 35 because you have to bear in mind the price of Chaos Runes and Mind Runes. Now, a Chaos Rune will cost you about 100 GP, whereas a Mind Rune will only cost you about 10 GP. So if you use Fire Strike, you're going to be saving about 90 GP per cast. Now yes, Firebolt does give you 50% more XP than Fire Strike does, but I don't think that's worth it for 90 GP more per cast. Now you're going to be casting Fire Strike on cows at Lumbridge Pen, Hill Giants until level 30, and Fire Giants until level 43. Now I'll show you where to get to these giants later in the video. For this you're going to need an Air Staff, 12,654 Fire Runes, and 4,218 Mind Runes. Okay, so to get to Hill Giants, you're going to want to go to that little hut west of Varrock by the river. Now to get into that hut you're going to need a brass key. If you don't have a brass key you can just get one off another player, or you can enter this dungeon all the way from the Edgeville entrance, run all the way around the dungeon till you get to here, and a brass key spawns over there. Now what I love about Hill Giants is that A, they're easy to kill, and B, there's so many safe spots you can use. For example, you can just go here. Also notice how quiet it is here as well. Oh no, don't do that. Always remember to auto-cast your spell. That's a Kieran tip of the day there. Okay, so you want to... he will hit you there. But once you're in this position here, I think we have to go here. No, stop hitting me! There we go. Now that's a good safe spot. There's just so many. This is about... I know I kind of butchered it there because you kept hitting me. But there are literally so many all across the edge of this room, this cabin, that you can use and you hide behind these stalagmites. So yeah, this is a really good place to train, and it's really fun. They can drop pretty good drops actually. They drop herbs, big bones as well if you want to bury them for some prayer XP. How many big bones do you have? Well, I now have 1. Goodbye, sir. Goodbye. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to get to fire giants. Now, fire giants can be a little tricky if you have low health, but there are many safe spots there, so it should be fine. Now, to get to fire giants, you're going to need to have completed the waterfall quest. It's a pretty easy quest, so don't worry about that. This is the inventory I recommend you using. The law runes are just for emergency teleport. You probably won't need it, but just in case, it's always good to be safe. Your runes, of course, you're going to need a rope, Galerial's amulet, a games necklace to actually teleport there, and a couple of high healing foods. Because these guys can hit hard, and you're going to be wearing wizard clove things. So you want to rub your games necklace, like so. It likes a nice rub. And you teleport to Barbarian Outpost, if my character will eventually do that. Okay, once you're here, you are going to run. Run, 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 run. And my run's about to run out. Oh dear. See that pun I used there? Clever. So you're going to run across this bridge. Or walk, in my case. Oh dear. I really should have checked to see if I was at full health. You're going to walk through this gate here, through the building, and through the back door. Come on, run. I know this is probably painful to watch me just walking. I hate walking. Running is for real, man. So you open this gate here, and board the log raft. And because you're an absolute retard, you go 10 feet and you crash it. So then you're going to take your rope, and you're going to use it on this rock. Like so. And you're going to glitch your way through the water in some weird retard swimming style towards this little island here. Now use the rope on the tree closest to you, and you'll get yourself down to this ledge. Now if you don't have your amulet here and you try and go through here, this ledge, this open, that's a door surely, you'll fall down this waterfall and you'll wash up on the shore somewhere down there. Do you want to go in the door? I'm going to call it door. Smash the system. Run. Now these shadow spiders here will drain your prayer. See that one hit there? Took me down to just 1. Lol. So you want to run. These giants will be aggressive until for about 10-15 minutes. You want to just hide in this doorway here and attack them. Now after about 10-15 minutes they'll stop being aggressive, so you can sort of use that chair as a safe spot, stand there and attack the giant there. So it's really easy. They also drop really nice drops such as rune, etc. So you can get some really nice profit with this. So level 55. For this you're going to need a fire staff, 4,390 coal, half of that of iron ore, and the same amount of nature runes as iron ore. Now you can do this in Varrock. Again, I like Varrock because it's easy to buy the materials you're going to need for this. Now the thing I like about Superheat item is that it gives you smithing experience as well as magic experience. So it will give you about 20k smithing experience per hour and 50 to 60k magic experience per hour. And for this we're going to be crafting, or smithing rather, steel bars, which you're going to need 30 smithing for. So make sure you have that. You can complete the Night Sword quest and that will get you 29 smithing, I believe. So that's a really quick way. Then you just have to craft like an iron plate leg or something and you'll get to level 30. Now what you do, you just obviously click the Superheat item spell and you click either the coal or the iron ore. I'm not too sure. I believe it's the coal, and it will craft you a steel bar. Now you will make profit with this. Make about 30 to 50 GP depending on obviously prices, and since you're doing about 2,195 casts, that will make you a little bit of profit, which is always nice. Okay, finally from level 55 to 99 you're going to be casting high level alchemy. For this you're going to need a fire staff, just under 200k nature runes, and items good for alching. Now I did mention that earlier in the video, also where to alch, etc, etc. I will leave that website down in the description for you. And again, this will be about 70 to 80k XP per hour. And then once you've done that, you'll be level 99, yay! That's your reward for clicking for a few months. Congratulations. Okay, that concludes my ultimate magic guide for old school Runescape. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like and a share, that will really help me out, because I did put a lot of time and effort into making this video. I'd also really appreciate it if you left some constructive criticism and feedback that you have in the comment section down below so I can improve my video for next time. Also, don't forget to subscribe for more. So thank you for watching guys, and I'll talk to you soon.